Right now, if you collect Social Security before full retirement age and earn more than $24,480, the government takes back $1 for every two you earn above that limit. That could mean thousands of dollars vanishing from your checks every single year. But a brand new bill in Congress, H.R. 8344, wants to eliminate that penalty completely. In the next 18 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this earnings test works and why it's costing millions of seniors money right now. The specific bill that could end it, and whether it has a real chance of passing. The one critical fact about this penalty that Social Security never clearly explains, and it could change everything you do this year. 3 mistakes seniors make when they hear about this rule that actually cost them more money, and the exact steps to protect yourself right now, whether this bill passes or not. And number 3, alone could save you tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Here's what's at stake. If you misunderstand this rule, you might quit your job, turn down hours, or leave money on the table for the rest of your retirement. But if you stay until the end, you'll know exactly what to do, no matter what Congress decides. Let's get into it. Here's how we're going to break this down. Number 1, I'll explain exactly how the Social Security earnings test works in 2026, with real dollar amounts. Number 2, we'll look at H.R. 8344, the Senior Citizens Freedom to Work Act, and what it would actually change. Number 3, and this is the one most people miss, I'll reveal the critical detail about this penalty that changes the entire math. Number 4, I'll walk through 3 costly mistakes seniors make when they learn about this rule. And number 5, I'll give you a step-by-step action plan you can use today. I'm going to start with number 1 because if you don't understand how this rule actually works, nothing else I say will make sense. Here's a number that shocks most people. $24,480. That's the maximum you can earn in 2026 if you're collecting Social Security retirement benefits before your full retirement age. Earn $1 above that, and Social Security starts taking money back. $1 for every $2 you earn over the limit. Let me put that in plain English. If you claimed Social Security early, say at age 62 or 63, and you're still working, the Social Security Administration looks at how much you earn each year. If you earn more than $24,480, they withhold part of your benefit check. Let me show you what this looks like with real numbers. Meet Robert. He's 64 years old. He started collecting Social Security at 62. His monthly benefit is $1,400. That's $16,800 per year. Robert also works part-time and earns $35,000 a year. Now here's where the math hits. $35,000 minus the $24,480 limit equals $10,520 over the limit. Social Security takes back $1 for every $2 above that limit. That's $5,260 withheld from Robert's benefits this year. Instead of receiving his full $16,800 in Social Security this year, Robert only gets $11,540. That feels like a punch in the gut. Now, write this down. This limit is different if you're reaching your full retirement age this year. In 2026, if you turn 66 or 67, depending on your birth year, the limit jumps to $65,160, and the withholding rate drops to $1 for every $3 over. Much more generous. And here's the key. Once you hit your full retirement age, the earnings test disappears completely. You can earn $1 million and keep every penny of your Social Security. But here's where it gets really important, because what I'm about to tell you in Section 3 changes everything about how you should think about Robert's situation. A bill just introduced in Congress wants to wipe this earnings test off the books entirely. It's called the Senior Citizens Freedom to Work Act. Congressman Greg Murphy from North Carolina introduced it in the House on April 16, 2026. Senator Rick Scott from Florida introduced a companion bill in the Senate. The bill does one simple thing. It repeals the retirement earnings test completely. If it becomes law, you could collect Social Security at 62, work full-time, earn any amount, and keep your full benefit check. No withholding, no reduction, no complicated math. Senator Scott put it this way at a Senate hearing in March. He said the earnings test was passed during the Great Depression to push older Americans out of the workforce. He said it's not the 1930s anymore, and seniors shouldn't be punished by outdated policies. Now, here's what you need to know about whether this will actually pass. The bill was referred to the House Ways and Means Committee. It has not been voted on yet. And here's the honest truth. A very similar bill was introduced in 2023 under a different Congress. It died in committee. Never got a vote. Does that mean this version will die too? Not necessarily. This time there's a companion bill in the Senate. The Senate Aging Committee held a full hearing on it in March. There's bipartisan acknowledgement that the earnings test is confusing and unfair. Organizations like the Society for Human Resource Management are lobbying hard for it. But I want to be straight with you. As of today, May 2026, this bill has not passed. It may never pass. So you cannot plan your retirement around a bill that doesn't exist yet. And that's exactly why what I'm about to share in the next section matters more than anything else in this video. Because whether this bill passes or not, there's a fact about the earnings test that most seniors never learn, and it changes the entire equation. Most people don't know this next part, and I need you to hear this clearly because it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars to you. The money Social Security withholds from you because of the earnings test, you get it back. Let me say that again. The earnings test is not a permanent penalty. When you reach your full retirement age, Social Security recalculates your monthly benefit. They give you credit for every month your benefits were reduced or withheld. Your monthly check goes up, permanently, for the rest of your life. Here's how it works. Remember Robert? He had $5,260 withheld this year. Let's say that pattern continued for several years before he reached his full retirement age. When he turns 67, Social Security doesn't just say sorry about that. They recalculate. They adjust his monthly benefit upward to account for those months he didn't receive full payment. The result? His monthly check at full retirement age is higher than it would have been, permanently, every single month, for the rest of his life. Now, here's why this matters so much. Research shows that the vast majority of seniors don't know this. A study from the American Society on Aging found that almost all participants believe the money withheld was gone forever. 9 out of 10 people didn't understand the recalculation. One researcher even found that Social Security employees themselves have described the withholding as a fine, using language that makes people think the money is lost permanently. Write this down. The earnings test is not a tax. It is not a fine. It is a temporary withholding that results in higher monthly benefits later. Now, is it perfect? No. There's a real concern. If someone passes away before full retirement age or shortly after, they may not live long enough to recoup all the withheld benefits. That's a legitimate worry, and it's one reason why many experts support repealing the test. But for the majority of people who live to full retirement age and beyond, the money comes back. And that changes everything about how you should make decisions today. This connects directly to the 3 mistakes I'm about to show you, because each one of these mistakes is caused by not knowing what I just told you. Mistake number 1, quitting your job to avoid the earnings test. This is the most common mistake, and it's devastating. Let me show you why. Margaret is 63. She earns $40,000 a year at her job. She heard about the earnings test and panicked. She thought, if I keep working, Social Security is going to take my money and I'll never see it again. So she quit. Now Margaret lost $40,000 in annual income to save about $7,760 in Social Security withholding. Money she would have gotten back anyway at full retirement age. That decision could cost her over $160,000 in lost wages between now and age 67. And she would have gotten that withheld Social Security money back regardless. Mistake number 2, deliberately earning less to stay under the limit. James is 65. His employer offered him extra hours that would bring his income to $38,000. But James told his boss, no thanks. He kept his income right at $24,000 to avoid any withholding. James left $13,500 in wages on the table. The withholding he avoided? About $6,760, which he would have gotten back at full retirement age anyway. Financial planner Mark Stancato puts it simply. He says most people don't realize they might get a reduced benefit right now, but they'll get it back. It's not a permanent penalty. Mistake number 3, and this is the biggest one, not claiming Social Security at all because of the earnings test. Now let me be clear, there are excellent reasons to delay claiming Social Security. Every year you wait past your full retirement age up to 70, your benefit grows by 8%. That's a legitimate strategy. But some people delay not because of the 8% growth, but solely because they're afraid of the earnings test. That's a different calculation entirely. And for many people, especially those who need income now, it may not be the right choice. The point is this: the earnings test should not be the reason you quit working, reduce hours, or change your claiming decision. It's a temporary mechanism, not a permanent loss. Now, whether H.R. 8344 passes or not, here's exactly what you should do. And this is the part I promised you at the beginning of the video. Here are the exact steps to protect yourself and maximize your money, whether this bill passes or not. Step 1. Know your full retirement age. For most people watching this, it's 66 and some months, or 67. Go to ssa.gov and look at your statement. If you don't have an online account, create one today. The website is my.ssa.gov. Step 2. If you're already collecting and working, do not reduce your hours or quit based on the earnings test alone. Remember, the withheld money comes back. Keep working if you want to work. Your total lifetime income will almost certainly be higher. Step 3. Use the SSA's earnings test calculator. It's free. It's on ssa.gov under the Retirement Planner section. Plug in your numbers and see exactly how much would be withheld and how your benefit would be recalculated later. The exact URL is ssa.gov/oact/cola/artifact.html. Write that down. Step 4. Contact your congressional representative and tell them you support H.R. 8344. Whether you're Republican or Democrat doesn't matter. This is not a partisan issue. The bill is about seniors having the freedom to work without confusion or fear. Call the Capitol switchboard. The number is 202-224-3121. Tell them you support the Senior Citizens Freedom to Work Act. Step 5. Talk to a financial advisor or your local Social Security office before making any major decisions about working or claiming. Don't rely on what you heard from a neighbor. Don't rely on a Facebook post. Get your specific numbers from someone who can look at your full picture. Now let me bring this all together. The Social Security earnings test has been around since 1935. It confuses millions of people. It discourages working. And it makes seniors feel punished for trying to earn a living. H.R. 8344 could end it. But even if it doesn't pass this year, and we don't know if it will, you now understand something that 90% of seniors don't. The money isn't gone. It comes back. And knowing that single fact could save you from making a decision that costs you tens of thousands or even over $100,000 in lost income. That's the power of understanding how this actually works. Let's recap the 5 things you need to remember. 1. In 2026, Social Security withholds $1 for every 2 you earn above $24,480 if you're under full retirement age. 2. H.R. 8344 would eliminate this rule entirely. It's been introduced in both the House and Senate, but has not passed yet. 3. The withheld money is not a permanent penalty. You get it back at full retirement age through a higher monthly benefit. 4. Do not quit working or reduce income solely because of the earnings test. 5. Use SSA's free calculator, call your representative, and get personalized advice. The deadline to watch? There isn't one. But the sooner you understand this, the sooner you stop making decisions based on fear instead of facts. Next week, I'm covering the 3 Social Security claiming strategies that could add over $100,000 to your lifetime benefits, and one of them almost nobody talks about. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.